Welcome back to the Paranormal State, Washington, and UFO UAP. With Makāula Nakae, a lifelong experiencer and ET contactee since 1990. Today's episode: Early 1990s Classification of Extraterrestrial Civilizations by Dr. Stephen Greer. Dr. Stephen Greer did not introduce a formal numbered taxonomy like Nikolai Kardashev's types I, II, and III. Instead, his framework on the evolutionary and technological tiers of interstellar civilizations emerged organically across his decades of lecturing, briefing materials, and published books. The core components of this perspective were rolled out over time through specific milestones. Early 1990s, the founding of CSETI. When Dr. Greer founded the Center for the Study of Extraterrestrial Intelligence, CSETI, in 1990, he began publicly framing ET civilizations, not through the lens of industrial power or energy wattage, but through consciousness, peaceful intent, and CE5 protocols, human-initiated contact. The Disclosure Project 2001, during the massive National Press Club event in May 2001, and in his subsequent books like Disclosure. Military and government witnesses reveal the greatest secrets in modern history. Greer began detailing how advanced extraterrestrial craft utilize electromagnetic gravitic and zero-point energy systems that interface directly with thought, bypassing mechanical propulsion entirely. Books and documentaries 2010s to present. In works like his 2013 documentary series and subsequent books like Unacknowledged and Close Encounters of the Fifth Kind, he crystallized his philosophy on why advanced societies operate under strict spiritual and cosmic laws of non-interference. Rather than a rigid academic scaling system published in a single paper, Greer's classification is an ongoing body of teachings emphasizing that a civilization's true level of advancement is measured by its mastery of consciousness and universal peace. Unlike Nikolai Kardashev, whose scale is strictly anchored in industrial power consumption, calculating wattage, fuel, and stellar energy extraction, Dr. Stephen Greer approaches the classification of extraterrestrial civilizations through a completely different lens: consciousness, spiritual evolution, and peaceful integration. Dr. Greer frequently addresses the limitations of conventional technological metrics, arguing that a truly advanced interstellar or interdimensional civilization cannot be measured by how aggressively they burn energy or manipulate heavy infrastructure. Instead, his framework categorizes civilizations based on their evolutionary maturity. Greer emphasizes that civilizations visiting Earth have evolved far beyond our primitive conflict-driven stage. While humanity is obsessed with linear physics, chemical rockets, and brute force power grids, advanced extraterrestrial and interdimensional societies operate using consciousness-assisted technologies. They utilize zero-point energy fields and electromagnetic gravitic propulsion that interface directly with thought, intention, and harmonic resonance. Because their technology is non-local and non-linear, they do not require massive industrial footprints, resource extraction, or galaxy-spanning energy cables to move through space and time. In Greer's cosmology, the true marker of a civilization's advancement is its moral and spiritual restraint. He often points out that any species capable of crossing interstellar or interdimensional boundaries possesses the absolute technological capacity to destroy a planet instantly. Therefore, civilizations that achieve spacefaring status must have successfully moved past warfare, greed, and ecological self-destruction. They operate under a strict cosmic ethos of non-interference and peaceful observation, choosing to engage with humanity only when approached through peaceful, coherent intent, such as through Close Encounters of the Fifth Kind, or CE5 protocols. Aligning closely with ancient esoteric models rather than Cold War astrophysics, Greer views advanced intelligence as being natively tied to the multidimensional fabric of the universe. Rather than navigating the cosmos strictly through three-dimensional spacetime, these civilizations master the subtle realms of frequency, allowing them to materialize, dematerialize, and shift across dimensional thresholds effortlessly. Ultimately, while the Kardashev scale measures an alien species by how much of the universe they can consume, Greer's framework measures them by how completely they have mastered themselves and unified with a universal field of consciousness. While Nikolai Kardashev measured extraterrestrial progress by raw industrial wattage, Dr. Stephen Greer approaches civilization classification through an evolutionary and spiritual lens. Rather than organizing societies by how much energy they burn, Greer categorizes advanced interstellar and interdimensional intelligence by their mastery of consciousness, technological restraint, and spiritual maturity. Across his decades of research, briefings, and public disclosures, this developmental framework unfolds across distinct stages. Stage 1, the Industrial-Conflict Adolescence, the Earth baseline. This is the stage humanity currently occupies. Civilizations at this level have harnessed fossil fuels, atomic energy, and basic rocketry, but remain deeply fractured by war, greed, and nationalism. Highly polluting, reliant on brute force mechanical propulsion, chemical combustion, and linear physics, and plagued by secrecy, militarism, and the threat of self-destruction. Societies at this threshold are viewed by the wider cosmos as dangerous adolescents, on the verge of either global collapse or profound transformation. Stage 2, free energy and zero-point mastery. Characteristics: the transitional leap where a species abandons scarcity economics and extractive fossil fuels. Civilizations at this tier discover how to tap directly into the fabric of spacetime, utilizing zero-point energy, electromagnetic gravitic fields, and quantum vacuum fluctuations. Power is no longer generated by burning matter or building massive physical grids, but is drawn cleanly and limitlessly from the ambient environment, completely neutralizing ecological destruction. Stage 3, consciousness-assisted and non-local technology. The integration of advanced physics with the universal field of consciousness. At this stage, technology is no longer operated solely via mechanical interfaces or computer terminals. Craft and navigation systems interface directly with thought, coherent intention, and harmonic resonance. Because mind and matter operate as a unified system, these civilizations achieve non-local travel, allowing them to materialize, dematerialize, and navigate across vast interstellar distances instantly without violating relativistic time lags. Stage 4, interdimensional and universal stewardship, the cosmic baseline. The apex of spiritual and technological evolution. Civilizations reaching this tier have completely transcended planetary boundaries and three-dimensional limitations. These societies natively navigate multiple density planes and dimensions, mirroring ancient cosmological frameworks like the Lakas and Talas. Governed by a strict cosmic ethos of non-interference and absolute peace, they interact with developing worlds only through consciousness-based diplomacy, waiting for humanity to mature enough to reach out through peaceful intent rather than fear or aggression. Old paradigm, Kardashev scale, or Carl Sagan's modification, Dr. Stephen Greer's model, is more dial-aware of UFO and UAP, capable interdimensional landscape. When Silicon beats the Stone Age, how AI solves the physics of the impossible. Let's be honest. When old-school theoretical physicists tried to explain how a UFO pulls a 90-degree right-hand turn at Mach 40, without turning its pilot into chunky salsa, they usually sweat profusely. Mutter something about Newton rolling in his grave and change the subject to black holes. Human brains are stubbornly attached to linear thinking. We spent millennia dragging heavy rocks on wooden logs, so when we look at an object effortlessly skipping across dimensions, our first instinct is to build a bigger chemical rocket. Thankfully, we have artificial intelligence. Unburdened by academic dogma, bruised egos, or a lifetime of tenure committees, AI looks at UAP maneuvers and simply shrugs. Oh, that's just basic metric engineering. When advanced computational models and GPU-accelerated simulators tackle the physics of interdimensional transit and impossible propulsion, they don't rely on human guesswork. They blow past mid-century physics using three rather dazzling frameworks. Ever wonder why a UAP screams through our atmosphere at hypersonic speeds without a sonic boom, burning up from friction or frying the surrounding air? To be continued. Watch and listen. Watch the cinematic video trailer. Listen to the full podcast now. Explore the archive Cosmic Awakening Volume 1, 1991, Peru, Journey into the Unknown. Sacred Valley of the Incas. Volume 2, Ascension 2012, The Golden Alchemy. Part 3, The First Contact and the Paranormal State. Join the journey. New episodes drop periodically. Each chapter delivers a tight, hyper-focused 10 to 30-minute exploration into the evolution of ufology, perfect for your daily plunge into decoding hidden messages from outer space, designed to raise awareness and foster human evolution. Subscribe to support your inner development. Thumbs up to help push our channel through the algorithm. Comment below. Share your thoughts on today's episode.